What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. This just might be the new sit-down setup because it's low-key nicer than my room. Power's here, and today I'm here to talk about the man that the Indianapolis Colts drafted 4th overall in the 2023 NFL Draft, Anthony Richardson. Now, over the last few days, I've seen a good majority of the fan base excited, happy that we drafted Richardson, but I've seen about 10% that aren't necessarily happy. And, it's kind of the older generation that aren't too happy about that because they want success right away. But the younger generation of fans like myself are pretty happy because we're okay with sucking for a little bit for an even greater result. So what I'm here to do today is finally make my in-depth video about Anthony Richardson, and I am titling it, Why Anthony Richardson Will Succeed on the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the first and obvious reason is because he was just drafted into a great situation. You know, he's got a coaching staff that believes in him, ownership that believes in him, and the majority of the fan base believes in him. And he's also got some nice weapons. He's got Jonathan Taylor. He's behind a good O-line. He's got some good receivers, Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, Jelani Woods, Mo Alley Cox, etc. Josh Downs, who we just drafted, who I think is going to be a very good receiver. And the big part of that is important is the fact that our receivers are big. We got big body receivers, which Anthony Richardson didn't have at Florida. And that's really going to help him because, at Florida, he only had 53% completion percentage. But a big part of that was because of his receivers, and he didn't have the best team around him. And as a starter, he was 6-7. But those 6 wins were because of what he did. And the losses weren't necessarily his fault. After watching his tape, there was one loss he had that I blame on him, and that was the Kentucky game. Against Kentucky, he did not play well. That was probably his worst game as a starter. But all the other times, he played great. And now there's a lot of people that are saying he only started 13 games. That may be true, but he played in more than 13 games because the season before that, he was used as like a gadget guy. He was brought in for trick plays, and he even started a game the season before. So he has experience. He knows the offense pretty well in Florida, and I think a big reason that he's going to succeed is his ability to learn. He has incredible academics, and while he was at Florida, he had to learn 3 new offenses in his 3 years there because he had 3 new offensive coordinators each year. And when you have to keep learning like that, you get better and better and better. And for his age, he is incredibly mature. And some of you guys just have to realize, this guy, he is 20 years old. All right, he is the same generation as me. He's Gen Z. He is 20 years old. He has not even hit his full potential yet. He is still has time to develop, and it's a good pick for the Colts because we get to develop him and we get to make him our guy. And that's what you want to see out of a guy like Anthony Richardson. And I'm just very excited, and his accuracy is a little bit of an issue, but that can be coached. It can be coached really well because look at a guy who had terrible accuracy his rookie year and wasn't good. There was a guy by the name of Josh Allen who did that. But you know what Buffalo did? They changed his throwing motion. They surrounded him with the offense to succeed, and now he is considered to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think that is the perfect comparison to Anthony Richardson is Josh Allen. They are both very similar guys. They were raw prospects, and Josh Allen turned out to be a very good prospect, and I think Anthony Richardson could be a very good player one day because Anthony Richardson, he is an athletic freak. He is a guy, he is a project, but you have to take a chance on a guy like that. He is just phenomenal. He's a great player, and he is going to give you everything he's got. He's going to give you 110%, and I think that it's really going to help. And especially with our big body receivers that I mentioned earlier, some of his errant passes, our receivers are going to be able to go up and get. So I think his completion percentage is going to skyrocket his rookie year. I think he could go anywhere from 60 to 65%, which is still not great, but I think that's going to be a lot better than what he had at Florida. And Colts fans, we can't expect greatness right away out of this guy. He's 20 years old, like I said. He has a long way to go, but it's looking more and more like he is going to start week 1, and I think that's a great thing for him. You know, you got to throw him in there early, let him learn, let him make his mistakes, let him learn from those mistakes, because we had a guy by the name of Peyton Manning who ended up being a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he had a horrible rookie season, but we let him start week one, and we let him grow, we let him learn, and he ended up being one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history. So, like Peyton Manning's rookie year, he did a lot of good things, but way more bad things, and I think we could see the very same thing out of Anthony Richardson. The thing that with Anthony Richardson is we just need him to show flashes year one. We don't necessarily need him to be a top 10 quarterback. We just need him to show flashes and show that he is going to be the future guy. And if he does that, I think that we're in good hands. Anthony Richardson, he is incredibly smart. He knows how to pick apart a defense. And, you know, they can fix his accuracy issues, because the only thing that's really bad is his medium accuracy. His deep ball accuracy is good, and his short passing is good. Just his medium accuracy can use some work, but if you just work on his footwork, that's going to change. Anthony Richardson is going to be a very good quarterback. I don't care what anyone says. You can coach accuracy. That is a thing that can happen. It happened with Josh Allen. It happened with Jalen Hurts. And that's another thing I'd like to mention. Shane Steichen turned Jalen Hurts into the quarterback he is today. Yeah, Shane Steichen wasn't there Jalen Hurts' rookie year, but Jalen Hurts got better when Shane Steichen was there. Jalen Hurts' second year, Shane Steichen was on the coaching staff helping design the offense, and the Eagles made the playoffs. And this past season, Shane Steichen took over as the full-time play caller, and guess what? The Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, and they designed an offense around Jalen Hurts' strengths, and that's what's going to happen here. Shane Steichen's going to design an offense around Anthony Richardson's strengths, and I think that even Richardson's rookie year, we're going to have a deadly run game. We're going to be probably one of the top rushing teams in the league this year, if I had to guess. And with a good defense, we could easily, I think, win 7-8 games, even with Richardson struggling to figure things out. I think that we very much could do that, and I think down the road in 2-3 years, Anthony Richardson is going to be looked at as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and that's just that. Anthony Richardson, I like the confidence on the guy too. He said he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. He said he's gonna win a Super Bowl for Indianapolis, and he said that if you draft him, you're not gonna regret it. So that's confidence right there. I love Anthony Richardson as a prospect. I'm excited to develop him and watch him grow as a Colts fan. I already pre-ordered my jersey. I'm excited for that to get here. And I think Richardson is hands down, I'm calling it right now, he is going to win us at least 2 Super Bowls. And that's all I have to say. So, yeah, Anthony Richardson is going to be a very good quarterback one day. And I think that we got one hell of a draft pick, and we surrounded him with a bunch of pieces. We had a very good draft, and I'm going to get into that in the next video. The next video will be talking about this draft class. That'll either come out tomorrow or sometime this week. But, yeah, I'm excited for the future. I think Richardson's going to be very good. I'm going to try to go to a couple games this year to see him up close and personal. I think, like I said, they should start on week 1, let him learn, and let him make his mistakes and learn from those. And I think Richardson has the ability to do that, and trust me when I say this, Richardson will be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And that's all I have to say. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn the bell notifications and for everything in the description box. See you guys next time. Bye.